Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. Monday Night Primetime is underway. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snaps to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. This is Jacory Krosky-Merritt in it for the first time. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Well, that run may not remove the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
3rd and short, Daniels. Got it, man. It's golden. He's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to get him the opposing 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. Tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Short pass ball in. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. That is Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Give it to Krosky-Merritt. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
Kicking over a run like that does for everybody. For the play caller, for the lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again. And not expect a little trick. It will get explosive on the ground as well.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Looking toward the upright, but it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
On that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Lamar now from the gun. Cut out left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. I'm not going to call this a much-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First down, a run with Barkley. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. Can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. This is complete, downfield to Smith. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face 2nd down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's completed right side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. They go play fake with Jackson. Well, this caught.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route from that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And it's another first down on his drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yeah, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. Second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. Play game's 15, and it moves the sticks.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Daniels on 1st down. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught out right by Golden. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Five men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Daniels now. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd or long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing. Because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They go to punt on 4th down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Pistol snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Throwing again is Lamar. And all around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. So he knocked away from the intended targets and brings up 4th down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up. That could sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
So Rigoberto Sanchez, the man who will send this flying on 4th down. Jalen Lane back deep for the Commanders. Big hit on the return to stop him cold. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels to throw. It's caught. Tucker Kraft. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. That's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, run for Krosky Merritt. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they're thinking points. Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Krosky Merritt does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Cage. It's a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
To throw. Here's Daniels. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
All right, after the incomplete pass, let's see what they call here on 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a second-quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Eagles 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Flying right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 19.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Play in Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. They send Jones left. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and very short, looking to pass. Forced out to his right. Snap complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of you guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Headed out right. He's going to keep it this time. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Peter, you've heard me say it once. You've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Lamar out of the pistol. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have 1st and goal, Brock, as he gets out of bounds right around the 9.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then he had some positive yards.
And he's brought down by a positive effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Back now, pressure coming. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Big play for this offense. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. It's a screen to Barkley. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
20-yard line.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Complete over the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. Keeps himself upright. He could do it. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take the lead on the first play of the drive. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because it only took a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Commanders 21, Eagles 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He brushed him off with ease. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play.
First down.
Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after the catch, and the quarterback will find him again.
And 10 from the 32. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Trey Amos.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's Lamar. That one connects. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles tie this game at 21.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First down now, ball at the 33. Frosty Merritt gets it from the end. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Drops for the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I need an aggressive call on second.
Run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can eat up space when the lanes are open. There's a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion left. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of running.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one.
At their own 37-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Tackle, stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. It's out, McCaffrey lost it. And the Eagles get to it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Lamar off to play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Saquon. The stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
That's That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now Jackson sends this to the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down. Didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win.
Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead. They've got a man in motion. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. 16 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. From the red zone on 1st. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the turnover into a lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. This is McCaffrey, left side. He goes out first to that 45-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go inside, give to Krusty. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. You know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass and a similar down in distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throwing the outlet complete. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Giving this to Krusty. And he gets absolutely popped to add that one. Nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule, it takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
1st down run gets them 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. snap to Daniels. Brought in, Ty Felton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Daniels now on first down. Well, the pressure really got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Bob. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop. See the ball hit the ground?
The ball's out! The ball's out! He lost it! And the Eagles get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it. And they've done it on back-to-back drives.
He's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
First down.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Flushed into the pocket. Brought in right side. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Second down now. They need 7. From the gun, Jackson. To the right and holding by Jones. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you've got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Oh, try forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. And the Commanders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10. They'll work against the blitz. That's caught. Tucker Craft. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
good.
A nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Here's Daniels. Green pass here for Koski Merritt. Into the second level past the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Got to be pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. On First down. Here's Daniels. Into the hands of his running back, Kosky Merritt. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I give half a point to the sell job of the quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Good time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed over the middle. We'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
1st down, here's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. It's a screen to Barkley. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense in rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And 4th and 4 coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
When you talk to kickers about kicking field goals of this length, they will tell you, Kate, you got to keep it a little lower and you got to drive it. But you still got to be accurate. Basically, all the pieces got to come together like they just did to hit from that distance.
At their own 35-yard line.
Starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels now. That one's complete right side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Throwing on first down. Daniels. He's him on a quick hitter. And he's short of first after a long gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. To the air again. Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. A big play. 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Again, Daniels to the air. Setting up the running back screen. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 2nd-quarter lead. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and we're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Jake, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
And one splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead.
14, Eagles 10. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. Now he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on.
He's tackled up to get this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They give to Barkley, left side. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs are the weapon of coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Putting a receiver in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. This is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st first down. They got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. In that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle, that can mean a touchdown.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. Kraft has it. And they were finally able to get to him and touch him down. But damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It can be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw again, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. He gets down to 24 before he stops. It's a gain of 12 on that one. That's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Daniels is going to throw again. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Jahan Campbell makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's in the 1st.
That's good. All right, Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go to Barkley again. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. The Commanders take a timeout. They're 1st. They'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. It's Lamar. He's got a man left. He's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down, around with Barkley. They'll only take this for about a yard. It's going to be second down. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains in this half. First and 10 from the 32. Barkley trying this up the gut. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jair Brown.